Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot. This reading is for, tomorrow's the new moon in Leo, the 29th of July, 2022. I'm doing another reading in the middle of the night because that's what I do when it calls to me. So this reading is actually for, I believe the new moon, I keep wanting to say full moon. The new moon is in the afternoon tomorrow here in the States, depending on where you're at. So, and it's in Leo, fire sign. So it should be powerful and bring in some good heart energy. I'm not feeling it yet. Although, my heart feels open. I've just been a little sad. But let's see. I drew the cards, but I haven't examined them yet, so I don't get all up in my head about them. And I was going to start with a quote. I keep forgetting that. I chose one about love since this is the new moon in Leo, which rules, the heart. And this quote is by I guess he was German. His name is Goethe, I believe, the writer. We are shaped and fashioned by what we love. Okay, I believe that's true. Very true. Okay, let's see what we got. I originally was going to do a reading tonight for what should we let go of, and then one tomorrow for what is coming in with the new moon. But I felt called to just combine them and just ask what's going on. So let's see what we get here. Okay, we start out with the Five of Swords, which is not great energy because this is kind of coming up against your limits. It's feeling kind of hemmed in and powerless. That is not a good feeling. So let's see what we're supposed to do with that. And then I get Judgment in the reverse. Okay, so the past, present, and future. And this is in reverse, so I'm getting letting go. And since we can't really let go of the future, well, we can. We can let go of our fears of the future. I was going to say, I feel like this is letting go of the past. And I do feel that, but it could also be letting go of worry about the future. Since it's in reverse, I'm feeling like it's letting go of maybe that feeling of control of past, present, and future, and just trying to be in the moment. And then I drew the King of Cups, who is the wounded healer. He's all about emotion. You can see the crab crawling out, so I think of the sign of Cancer, and he's got crabs emblazoned on his... I always hear strange noises while I'm doing this. Emblazoned on his throne there. And this is someone who feels the energy, very receptive and very giving, but could also be possibly very wounded. And this could be the part of us that is wounded that is also the healing part of us. And we could heal others, or we could simply use that energy to heal our own wounds. So we have that. And then, okay, I guess I might as well just call this the Five of Cups Tarot channel because I get this almost every single day. And this is loss. This is something leaving that, she's clearly perturbed. She's trying this. I believe this is Eros trying to chase Psyche. She wasn't supposed to see him. And then she lit the lamp and saw him, and now she's lost him because she disobeyed the gods. But the good news is she has one cup left upright. But this is in the reverse. So this is telling me that we need to let go of something that we have lost, something that's haunting us and making us sad. And then I get Death in the reverse. Well, hello. There's been an ending. We may not have particularly wanted it. Generally, we don't want endings unless it's the ending of something bad, which is then good because then you have, transformation and rebirth. And since it's in the reverse, I'm feeling like we need to let go of something in the past that we've lost. I'm getting a real vibe here of letting go, which is interesting because we're in the dark of the moon right now, which is about letting go. I know the full moon is supposed to be about releasing, but I feel like the dark of the moon is also about going into the shadows and then discarding whatever doesn't work anymore and letting the new moon guide you, which is tomorrow, as I said. Okay, then we have Five of Wands energy. And this is conflict and strife. And again, this could be outside us, but I feel like it's more inside us. But oftentimes I find that when we feel divided inside ourselves or conflict inside ourselves, it's reflected outside of ourselves. And I don't know about you, but things just have been really wonky lately. Arguing with people on the phone, miscommunication. It's like no matter what I try to do, it doesn't go right. The past, I don't know how long it's been, a couple of weeks anyway, months. It seems like forever, but you know. Then I get the Six of Pentacles, and this is, again, we had this the other day, only it wasn't this exact card. We had or was it in the other deck? No? Let me think. What's the one where someone's handing, it was the Seven of Pentacles, and it's about receiving, but it's also about, in the Rider-Waite deck, it's about nostalgia. It's about longing for the past. In this deck, it's more about accepting a gift. And I just want to double check my cheat sheet here and make sure I've got that right, because this picture is different. Six of Pentacles. Oh, okay. I'm wrong. It's not the same as the Seven of Pentacles at all. Why wouldn't it? Wouldn't be called the six. It's money or substance to be shared. Yes. Generosity. Yes. Which is Leo. Leo is sharing. It's generosity. Absolutely. And faith in life and one's capacities regained. Okay, great. That's the answer. So I feel like everything we drew before that is the question. Okay, feeling, limited, feeling like we need to let go of something in the past, judgment, worry about the future, let it go. We need healing, but it's got to be an inner healing. It's because it's cups, it's emotional healing. And then again, two losses, perhaps permanent losses, perhaps death. Literally, perhaps death, and letting that go, letting that be okay. It could be the death of an idea, a person, a dream. Something needs to change, but it can be reborn. It's going to feel, we're going to feel kind of conflicted about it, about letting it go. But thank God the last card we get is faith and generosity. And that's, that's good. I love the Bull coming in there. Pentacles always remind me of Taurus. Although all the earth signs are pentacles, so Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Okay, so far this is kind of, let me draw some oracle card. No, I'm going to start with a fairy card. So far I seem to be getting the same message over and over, and I apologize for that. It seems like it's always internal, and yet it can be experienced in the outer as well, because whatever we experience inside tends to manifest on the outside. And again, it's about getting over some kind of a loss, and maybe even loss of faith in ourselves, because since the last card is the Six of Pentacles, and did I shuffle these? I did. We got this last time, the Smith. Here we are working hard again. There's a new moon. That's interesting. He's forging a new moon. Let me think. Is that that's the symbol for the new moon, is when it looks like that. Because when it's a C, it's a waning moon. So that's interesting. He's literally forging a new moon. So tomorrow, when the new moon occurs, think about what you want to create in your life. Think about what you want to produce and create and manifest. I should have stopped while I was ahead. In two minds. And this is where I think we're having our problem, is that we're just not sure which way to go. And I didn't get a lot of splits in the other cards, although there is conflict and limitation. But this one really tells me there's a disconnect between the head and the heart. So you might have an idea of what you want to do, but it's not agreeing with what your heart is telling you. Like you might feel like your head and your heart are at odds with each other and you're not sure which one to listen to. That's what I'm getting from that. Let me draw a Wisdom of the Oracle card and see if that can clarify for us. So which way do we go? Do we go with the mind or do we go with the heart? Aha. And I don't do these in the reverse. We get regeneration, which again, this follows after the death card. Pluto is the planet of death, and it's also the planet of rebirth, because you have to have death before you can have rebirth. You cannot regenerate unless you've been knocked down. And since we had death and the Five of Cups, I'm feeling like we really have lost something. And it's time for the new moon to grow something in us. Let me see if it can give us any other wisdom about how exactly to go about that, since we're in two minds. Do we follow the head? Do we follow the heart? Maybe we follow both. Okay, we breathe. We stay in today. We stay in the moment. I would say try to get in touch with your inner self during this new moon. Before you make any hard and fast decisions, continue doing what you're doing. But if there's any resistance from the past, try to let it go. Just breathe it away and be in the moment. I'm just going to draw one. Do I want a wild unknown or do I want... No, I want one more. Because I don't like that in two minds. Okay, so we need to breathe. And we need to observe. And again, here's another new moon. Is there one in that one? No. But there is here. He's observing the new moon. So I would say that when this new moon occurs tomorrow, sit with yourself quietly and ask your heart, because it's in Leo, ask your heart where you want to go next, because we need to move on from something and regenerate, but we need to think about very carefully where we want to go next and what we want to create. And try to step outside the pain. I know that's difficult. So they always say, sit with the pain. Yeah, but if you're too much in the pain, sometimes you can't make a decision. So try to step outside your pain just for a little bit. Breathe into it and then step aside and observe what happens and see if you can figure out where you're supposed to go from here. Because I've just been feeling like we need a new beginning. That things are getting stale. And when I see the regeneration card, I know it's time to start something new. And again, he's forging the new moon. So, but you're not sure which way to go. I know I'm in two minds too. And again, I feel like this is not so much two ideas as it is a split between the head and the heart, simply because the new moon is in Leo, the heart. So this is kind of a little bit confusing, but definitely telling us to move on from something and breathe and observe. And I would say just take it slowly and let that wounded healer inside you work, because your wounds will heal you, but you have to get in touch with them. Okay, let's see. Is there anything that we can... You know what? I'm going to end with this. I said this like a month or so ago, but this is one of my favorite passages that was written by W.H. Auden, the poet. I'm sorry I sound so tired, but it's the middle of the night here. And this has just popped into my mind again, and it feels pertinent. And he said, "We would rather be ruined than changed. We would rather die in our dread than climb the cross of the moment and let our illusions die." And maybe that's what this is telling us to leave behind. It's not so much it is a loss when you let your illusions die, but you don't want to take them with you into this new life that we're building, because illusions are not the same as imagination. They're fake. So, I don't know, that popped into my head, so it must be pertinent. So if you have any illusions or any, things from the past that are haunting you, try to let them go and be in the moment and just observe what comes up next. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry I'm always so tired when I do this. I probably sound like I'm exhausted, but it's the middle of the night. So anyway, blessings to everyone. Thank you for listening. Hit the like, subscribe, and share button if you wouldn't mind, if you have anybody that you think would be interested. And I'll see you next time. Happy New Moon. Thank you. Bye.